Hi, aviation is the life. Yeah, thank you very much. We're good. How are you? Very nice. Flying down in Norway to Oslo, lovely. We're doing Oslo to Bergen. Not entirely sure what the camera's doing there, but. Switch that off for a second. That's better. It's not pulsing for some reason. It's strange. Contrary to what our elevator text says, we certainly are not going to Stockholm. We are flying to Bergen. Very nice aviation. Airplane content, yes, we are going to be on VATSIM very, very soon. Just need to connect to our V-pilot. Thanks for likes, airplane content. Nice to have you with us. We can start making a start. 32 minutes from off block. Fairly low level cruise today from Oslo.
Passengers boarding started.
Charlie departure, runway 19 left. And arrival will take the ILS Whiskey for runway 17. QH 993. Check Oslo has got the tower. We do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. When you have found your seat, please step aside to let those behind you pass. There's also space for your cabin baggage underneath the seat in front of you. If you are sitting in the first row or an exit seat row, all baggage and loose items must be stowed in the overhead compartment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now fueling the aircraft. Please remain with the seatbelt unfastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched on. Thank you.
Yeah, apologies, Fleshbeck. I had the mic muted there. So yeah, for the new wind control panel, I'm not sure about it. I think it's an excellent price, £350 for effectively what is a full overhead panel with everything we're going to need to use. I would be very interested. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to be mounted, but we shall see. I've got a lot of faith in wind control products. Everything that we have here is from wind control, so I really have high hopes for it, but still not sure.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. When you have found your seat, please step aside to let those behind you pass. There's also space for your cabin baggage underneath the seat in front of you. If you are sitting in the first row or an exit seat row, all baggage and loose items must be stowed in the overhead compartment.
Protocol traffic 10-1546, 10 miles final, runway 1 on the right, full stop, try the motion.
Left, so it's going to be the long taxi for us. That's going to be a turn to the left, I think. Maybe long turn to the right. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Oslo traffic, Scandinavian 2901 from gate 22, pushing back down to the right into Golf.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Starting engine 1.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross check.
We're in the Boeing last
Please return
time.
to your seat, fasten your seatbelt. All cabin luggage must be placed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. Thank you.
Paddy, thank you very much for the follow.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine
Bergen
start.
traffic, Scandinavian 1546, short final runway 19 right, full stop for the moment.
You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Oslo traffic, Nordic 228, turning onto approach runway 191.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Oslo traffic, Scandinavian 291,
Left is clear.
taxiing to
Right is
runway
clear.
19 left via Golf, Delta, Victor and Sierra. Got away, lovely. Got a 3-minute spool up, starting engine 2.
Bergen traffic, Scandinavian 1546, vacated runway 19 right, continuing to apron by
Welcome
Hotel,
to
Bergen.
SAS flight. We are now preparing for departure and would like you to pay attention to the following important safety messages. We realize that you may have flown many times before, but every aircraft is different. In case you are wearing headphones, remove them and listen carefully. Whenever the seatbelt sign is on, please fasten your seatbelt securely. To undo the belt, simply lift the metal flap. If seated in SAS business, use the
Oslo traffic, Nordic 228, 5 miles out runway 191.
Keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight even when the sign is turned off. Passengers, including children, are not allowed to sleep on the floor. Should you sleep during the flight, make sure to keep your seatbelt outside your blanket, so that the cabin crew will not need to disturb you in case of unexpected turbulence. Monitor your electronic devices when charging. Contact a member of the crew if an electronic device is damaged, hot, produces smoke, or if your device should fall into the seat structure. Any kind of smoking, including the use of e-cigarettes, is strictly forbidden in all areas of the aircraft, including the lavatories. All lavatories are equipped with smoke detectors. If the cabin air system should fail, oxygen masks will be released from the panel just above your seat. Stay where you are and pull the mask firmly towards you to open the oxygen supply. To release the oxygen, you will have to pull quite hard. Place the mask over your nose and mouth as quickly as you can. Tighten the mask to your face using the elastic bands and begin to breathe normally. Make sure your own mask is correctly fitted before helping anyone else. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, please adopt one of the following positions depending on your seat. For emergency landing on water, there is a life vest under your seat or between the seats. Pull the red tab to release.
Oslo traffic, Nordic 228, landing runway 191.
Pass the strap around your waist, fasten the buckle, then tighten the strap. As you leave the aircraft, inflate the life vest by pulling the red tab. You can use the mouthpiece to top up the air if necessary, and the light will come on automatically on contact with water. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. There are 4 clearly marked exits on each side of the aircraft. Leave your hand baggage behind and move to the nearest exit. Remember, it may be behind you. All doors are marked with green exit signs. Emergency lighting along the aisles will help you find your way. The doors are opened by moving the handle in the direction of the green arrow. Opening the doors will automatically inflate the evacuation slides. Jump onto the slides and move away from the aircraft. If the aircraft has had to land on water, these slides detach to form rafts. The crew is on board for your safety. It is important that you follow their instructions. And finally, please take a look at the safety on-board card in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention. If you have any further questions, just ask the cabin crew. We look forward to taking good care of you during the flight.
Traffic, scanning 4646, passengers on the Echo 1 on the left.
Scandinavian 291 lining up runway 19 left, Oslo. That fog is just coming over the runway there. Oslo traffic, Scandinavian 291 taking off runway 19 left. Takeoff. Manflex 54, SRS and runway auto flash program. Speed arrive, 80 knots checked.
Traffic tracking, kort Scandinavian 4646, former final Norway.
Content Spark, hello, how you doing?
Traffic 4646, short final 1 mile left.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard. In a short while, we and my colleague will begin our in-flight service. If you're traveling with us at SAS Plus, we'll offer you a light snack together with cold beverages.
How have you built it?
If you're traveling with us in SAS Plus, we'll offer
components
snacks
have you
with
put in
cold
it?
beverage for purchase. You will find a menu in the seat pocket in front of you. And as always, coffee
Cheers,
and tea
Jason.
are complimentary. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact the cabin crew. Once again, welcome aboard.
We have accrued it over a fairly lengthy period of time, so the products are from Winwing, or Wind Control as they are now. Really good company that provide quite affordable options in terms of flight sim equipment. It's completely gone are the days where things are like thousands and thousands of pounds just for different pieces of equipment. All of these each were under £200. A nice Quantum A5 7600X SF, nice. Thank you for the follow, Jason. On PS5, I thought that the what's it called? Thrustmaster yoke. I thought that worked with PS5. Quantum, you can't go wrong. If it works, it works. Riley, yeah, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So we break through the cloud. Certainly wasn't wrong. We definitely are chasing storms today. Riley, yeah, you can get it on PS5. I do know that the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 does work on PS5. Yeah, I certainly can't complain about the clouds. They do look good today. Let's hope they look as good in Bergen. It's actually using Rex Atmos for additional obviously weather, and then the weather injector I use is Active Sky. Both are payware add-ons. I believe there is a new one that's come out called Strata WX, and that seems very, very good. Looks like we're not going to be out of the clouds and the rain for quite some time, I think. It's got a high area of precipitation just in front of us here. Rex is weather, and Active Sky is obviously the injector for the weather. That's what we use. But there's no other additional weather add-ons that we have. It's just Rex and Active Sky. It's a fairly low cruise altitude for us today at 280. It's, in theory, we will pretty much be as quick as we're up, as quick as we're down. As soon as we go past the ETP is when we'll hit our top of descent in about 80 miles. So whilst we are in the climb, I am going to start with our descent preparation just a little bit early because it's just it's some up and down. Quantum, my favourite aircraft. I'm going to go completely unconventional here because I love equally the A320 and the Boeing 73, as well as the long hauls, so the 777, the A350, the A340 and the A330, but I think completely out of comfort zone, my favourite is the TFDI MD-11. It is a phenomenal aircraft. I love flying it for FedEx, and it is very, very incredible. It's got such power, and you can land it pretty much as hard as you want it, and you've got no passengers to complain. QNH for Bergen, so IFR conditions, it looks like complete IMC here at Bergen. Broken clouds at 800, so we're going to have a fun flying on this one. QNH sitting at 990, temperature is 11, a lot colder than the UK today, definitely. It's been a warm one, and we've got 250 at 10 knots, gusting 24, so that will be a fairly challenging arrival. So radio altimeter for a Cat 2 is 105, but Barrow at 276 is what we will put in today. So there's no ILS Cat 3 here at Bergen. Yeah, the Dash 8 definitely is a fan favourite. Unfortunately, we haven't got a decent Dash 8 within the sim yet. Looks like we're just topping out over the clouds here, so at least we will be able to get to see some of the cruise. Yeah, Majestic should be releasing it, well, I mean, I'm hoping sometime this year, but we've got a lot of anticipated aircraft to be released this year. We've got the Unibuild's A380, just round the corner we've got the Synaptic A220, and then Bluebird simulations for Q3 should be releasing very, very soon, so I'm hoping before September. So virtually our entire climb has been in IMC. We've got a really nice view below. Quantum, I hadn't got a flight planned. I might be doing a longer haul into the evening, probably something further afield. I just wanted something nice and short. A good hour for a stream is pretty good. Gives people time to interact and to watch the scene perform. So freestyle top of climb, and as we anticipated, no more than 40 miles is our top of descent. Quantum, so we run a i9 14900K, an RTX 5090 and 64 gig of DDR5 6000 NT RAM. Yeah, it certainly does the job. It's not without stuttering. We obviously saw it out of Bergen. Not Bergen, sorry, we saw it out of Oslo. So it does. I don't think there is a one-size-fits-all PC. The 5090, although it does perform very, very well in some really challenging conditions, it can still sometimes suffer stutters. It all depends on frame pacing as well. And naturally within Singe you have to run a lot of different add-ons in the background to make it how you want it. Yeah, Quantum, we're on VATSIM, it's Scandinavian 2901. Approaching our top of the descent here, so we are reducing our bug altitude down to 2,500. Unfortunately we've got no ATC at Bergen. It would have been nice to have them. Quantum, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it, buddy. Start descending a smidge early today just to give us a bit of headroom in this wind and the weather.
We're now preparing the cabin for landing. We ask you to fasten your seatbelt, raise seat back and tray table to an upright position, and ensure the window lights are open. Cabin lighters must be placed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. Items heavier than 1 kilo, for example a laptop, must now be stowed in the cabin baggage.
Cheers, Tango, thank you for the like, appreciate it. Quantum, I assure you it's not, it just looks good. Looks very good. I can listen to the Phoenix engines all day, they are incredible. Thank you for the likes, Lucas. Cheers, buddy, appreciate it. As in, what do we use for comms? As what headset, or what do we use to communicate with the air traffic control? Yeah, so Lucas, we have not yet got the wind control RMP. It's on its way, but we pre-ordered in June, so I think we're expecting probably mid-August for it to be then released, and then we should see it in the coming days. So hopefully it'll be sorted fairly soon, but yeah, we're still waiting for it for the comms panel. At the moment we unfortunately have to use the mouse or utilise vPilot, so when you can right click on the yeah, the RMP does look pretty good. I'm hoping, so I'm also waiting on the bracket to mount all of them onto, so it should be quite easy just to have it. At the moment I'm using the AGP rails as a bit of a workaround to keep it. Those clouds, you can never ever get away from just how good the clouds look in Norway. They are amazing. Yeah, Lucas, definitely. I'm eagerly anticipating the A320. I'm looking forward to hearing just how accurate they've got the HAL. It's a really, really interesting sounding aircraft. It takes ages to spool up, but I think it's going to be incredible. It's obviously got its innie-builds quirks. I love the A350, but I still find that the performance could be so much better with their flagship aircraft, but I do trust their ability to make a decent product, so I'm very much looking forward to taking the A220 out for a spin. I think I am actually looking forward to the Bluebird simulation 757. I think it's going to be really good to fly. It opens up a lot of delta routes with the 75. Hello iFly, how you doing, mate? It's been a long time coming that Bluebird to release that, but then they should be also working on the 76 in the background as well. Tuesday. It's an odd day to release a new aircraft, but I would have assumed that they would have released it yesterday, on Friday, because then everyone could start flying it over the weekend. If you think InnieBuilds released the InnieBuild Chicago on a Friday, yeah, I've seen the liveries and stuff are up. I don't know about you, but that weather looks unfavourable. It looks like it's moving towards Bergen. Always a challenging one. But if it's anything to go by, the InnieBuild Chicago was incredible. I was very impressed with the two jetways when they connected, and I've flown into it so much recently. I kind of had to have a bit of a break away. Oh, nice iFly. Have you managed to get the mixture of like add-ons for weather and some ground textures? I mean, how have you got it looking? So for X-Plane, I follow MagSim TV, and it's always nice to hear his perspective on kind of how it's going with him kind of changing up his sim. I think he said that he's not looking to replace his entire sim, but he's definitely falling in love with it. looking a bit chopped up because you're on a 1080p. Yeah, that's understood. So checking our ADC. There's no ADC required from SAS Ops, so that's all good. Fly, that's nice to hear. Good. I'm glad, mate. Yeah, I was going to say, was it the Flight Factor 767 you were flying in the most recent one? Nice, I've heard good things about that. I think a lot of people switch over to X-Plane simply just to fly the 7.6. I don't know, I am intrigued by it. I may get it one day, but I definitely don't think it will replace Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Still can't get over how good the clouds look today. Cheers to the Rose I Flyer. This one here, Lucas. That is the 777 panel from PU Air Korea. I was scrolling through Etsy one day and I thought, well, that looks awesome. I don't think I know of any other panel, any other company that does anything for the 777. So that is the PLT B7, and it's a lighting block for the 777. So when it lights up all in green. I might not be able to turn it on. I'll give it a go. There you go. And so it hard codes into the 777, but then last night I managed to get it working for the 78. I was well happy. So yeah, because it registers as pretty much an additional device. It was really easy to code actually. It didn't need SPAD Next, it didn't need MobiFlight. I literally just rocked into the menu of a flight sim and it worked. iFly, that's really good. If you can get the FCU for £50, that's brilliant. I think one thing I really am missing is just to the left of the EFIS. I really want a glare shield or a glare wing as they call it. I'd take the one from Sim Gauges, which is the compact version. I think that's brilliant. Just so I don't have to mouse click the chrono button every time, which I always forget. We do need to reduce our speed, so we're going to deploy the speed brakes just as we come in on that RNAV approach. Got to be careful not to give it too much welly, as we've got a 35 knot crosswind at the moment. Need to reduce speed to 220 knots as we go into the turn.
now preparing the cabin for landing. We ask you to fasten your seatbelt, raise seat back and tray table to an upright position, and ensure the window blinds are open. Cabin lighters must be placed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. Items heavier than 1 kilo, for example, a laptop, must now be stowed in your cabin baggage. Thank you.
989. And there we are. Bergen, one of my favourite locations on planet Earth. I flew in here the first time well over 18 months ago, and every single time I come back I love it. The airport is freeware. I've never felt the need to buy a payware for it, and it is just awesome. I love it. Lucas, weather graphics, we're using Rex Atmos, and the presets are on our TikTok profile, and for the weather injector is Active Sky. Upward pointers, thank you very much for the follow. Cheers. And yeah, Lucas, transatlantic, yeah, that sounds good. We did Orlando, Melbourne to Newcastle overnight. I am really intrigued by the new offering from Anybuilds. I think I say it comes out it came out on the Any Manager, and it was for, oh, I've got to remember it now. It was over in Nepal, but that looks really good, but pricey for a first release. Yeah, iFlyer we'll probably be doing a long haul overnight tonight. Oh, iFlyer, I have no idea. I probably won't stream the long haul. I mean, potentially if we can, we'll stream the takeoff, but then we'll have to land fairly early in the morning because we're going out. Probably looking to land anywhere, I would say, before 10 AM UK time. I always like suggestions. Go ahead, we'll see if we've got the scenery. Probably fairly late for us. We'll probably look at anything after 10. So yeah, anything under 12 hours would be a good one. Yeah, no worries. If I mean, if you get back to us when the stream's done, just send us a DM and let us know what your suggestions are. Got 220 knots. Still IMC for now. Alright, iFlyer, I'm listening. So we are being bumped around here. Look, 41 to 49. Doha to Cape Town. I have both. I have both of those sceneries. My Doha is from MXI Studios, mind you. I definitely think the Anybuilds one is better, although I haven't seen it myself. So I'm going to initiate our approach phase early, just so we've got enough time to prepare. Flaps one just to give us some additional lift. iFly, if you leave it with me, I'll have a think, see if I can try and match anything better, and then I'll get back to you. don't think I've flown to Vancouver. I'll have to check to see what scenery I've got. I think I've got a freeware for Vancouver.
Scandinavian 291 Bergen traffic. We are 4 miles from Gilver for the ILS Whiskey runway 17. So we're looking at 15 miles from the Bergen VOR, where the weather is quite bad. We do want to be configured fairly early. So our flaps 2, and we'll leave some speed out just so we've got enough time to play with through the clouds. See if we can do this in one without it resulting in a go around. So flaps 2 at 12 miles, and we're just about to make our left hand turn onto final. Push back into managed speed and bug down to our slow speed just so that we can prepare nice and early. Making our left turn to catch the localizer very shortly. Still a 27 knot headwind so far, so we're going to get absolutely battered from the side on the way in. Molotov, thank you very much for the likes. Yeah, it has been a cracking flight, certainly has. The full flight will be available on YouTube to watch in full once we've finished. To make that left-hand turn, I'll arm the approach mode so we can capture the localizer without trying to overshoot it. But we are still very much IMC. I can't see a thing. Localizer established, so we make that left hand turn. Yeah, Bergen is one of those, you can either see or you can't see. So flaps 3, Scandinavian 291 Bergen traffic, we are established localizer runway 17. Localizer captured as we swing round. So we're at flaps 3, gear down at 9 miles. Still got a 28 knots crosswind. That's going to cane us on the way in. Molotov, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the flight deck. And that's glide captured. Flaps 4. Like runway turn off, seatbelt sign and flag the cabin. Sadly we're not on, Bergen doesn't have a Cat 3 availability here, it's only Cat 2, so there is the potential for a go around. So the go around is holding to climb 3000, so we can arm that just within our autopilot panel. We are going to see that runway pretty much last minute. We are still being hit with a very sizable crosswind here.
Yeah, hopefully no wind shear. Crosswind we can deal with because we can crab it until the last minute. But wind shear will definitely mean we'll have to go around. But look at this approach in. It is incredible, especially when there's snow. Bergen is truly one of my favourite airports to land in. So runway is in sight. As you can see, we are wildly being blown from a crosswind perspective. Slightly low, so we're going to bring our nose up just so that we can does your denim aircraft displays mess up and say I'm upside down. I have had something like that where the mapping panel does seem to be like all over the shop. Very nicely that wind has subsided, so we are a little bit low. If we nose up, we should be fine. Lucas, we were trying to concentrate and answer questions at the same time. Yeah. Scandinavian 291 Bergen traffic, we are vacated runway 17 at Alpha 7. So starting APU, strobes can come off. Taxi light on and runway turn-offs off. Very nicely, we've got stand 18
Ladies and
waiting
gentlemen,
for
warm
us.
welcome. For safety reasons, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Keep seat back and table upright. The escape route free from all cabin baggage until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched on. Please be careful when opening the overhead compartment to prevent baggage from falling out. And before leaving the aircraft, please check that you don't forget anything aboard. When disembarking, please observe the possible difference in level between the aircraft and the gate bridge or stairs.
18 seems too small for
Smoking
us,
is only
so
permitted in
19
designated smoking areas. We hope that you
20.
enjoyed the flight with us at SAS and SkyTeam. We look forward to seeing you on board again. From all of us at SAS, until next time, thank you and goodbye.
I think we'll take 19, I believe. We'll just move them out of the way. Lucas, no, this is Flight Sim TO freeware. It's a quick download and straight into the sim. I will be intrigued as to what the FPM was on that. I thought it was going to be harder than I expected. Molotow, yeah, we'll probably do another short haul if we can get one in. Come on, just creeping that nose wheel forward, aren't I? There we go. That'll do. Parking brake on. Confirm. APU is live. Taxi lights off. Beacon light off.
Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check.
Let's check out what our Elevatech says. Looks like we were just shy of touchdown zone. 1.4G. So 1.04G. Lucas, I'm on 2024. I had the this scenery from 2024, so it does seem to work. Molotow, yeah, I do have a Twitch channel. I'm not on it that much, if I'm perfectly honest. I used to find that I didn't really get many viewers on Twitch, but I do have a Twitch account. It's not got much on there, rather. So we do the majority of our streams on TikTok and YouTube.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Change that view. So guys, well, thank you very much for joining us. I will shut down the stream on this one, and if we can pick another short hop, then I'll join up the stream so you can jump in. But thank you very much, and we'll catch you soon.